Hey guys. Oh, that's not how I do my intros. I'm sorry.
Hello, beautiful people.
And welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany. If you're new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you can follow me on this journey. Basically, the journey that I'm going on is a Vsg surgery journey. The Vsg surgery is basically a weight loss surgery that you can get if you meet certain criterias. Your BMI has to be at a certain point. You have to have tried to lose weight for such and such amount of times, yada 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 yada. There's a lot that goes into it, but basically I'm here to tell you guys my journey and what I've gone through basically up until this point. My surgery, I'm gonna have my surgery in 3 days, and right now I'm on the liquid diet. If you guys have not seen my liquid diet food haul or what I'm eating in a day, please go check out those videos. They were filmed like yesterday, so if I look kind of similar, it's because my surgery is so soon. I had to like kind of cram all my filming into like one little day or so. But yeah, go check those out. Those are probably going to be helpful for everyone. I just want everyone to know that everyone's weight loss journey is going to be different. So the things I have to do for mine, you might not have to do for yours. So don't keep that in mind for sure, especially with my experience, because it took me almost 1.5 years to get to where I am now. It usually takes people like 6 months, or if you're just paying flat out, you can get it done in 2 weeks. So basically back in April of 2018, I actually called and set up a meeting to go to a weight loss seminar, and at that weight loss seminar we could choose from different weight loss procedures that we wanted to have done. And I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna get the gastric sleeve. I knew someone who had gotten it before. I was so excited. And then watching more and more videos on it on YouTube after I left, I was like, nah, I'm not getting it done. So I chickened out. So a couple weeks later, I was like, oh girl, whatever. A couple weeks later, I was like, you know what, let me try it again. So I went back, and then I really like asked questions and things like that. And I decided to go along with it and have it done. So I went to the meeting. After that, they give you this big ass binder to kind of go by. Then they were like, okay, you want to do this? If you're not going to pay flat out, these are some requirements your insurance is probably going to have you meet before you can get the surgery. So let's start these now. With my insurance, I started with like state insurance. Yeah, I started with state insurance. I called them up and I was like, hey, will you guys cover this? They're like, yeah, no problem. Okay, so they were like, you just have to do this. I had to go to 6 nutritional meetings every single month, which means that's 6 months right there. Then I had to do a psych eval. I believe majority of people have to do a psych eval because they want to make sure you're not like going through a lot of shit and you're just doing this for like your husband or somebody, your girlfriend is making you do it. They want to make sure your head is in the right space. And plus, it takes a toll on you. Like it takes a toll on you. You really have to be like headstrong to be able to do this. Right now I'm on the liquid diet and I'm like, this shit is all mental, because I don't think I'll be able to do this if I was like weak-minded. So yeah, you have to do a psych eval. If you have like sleep apnea, they want you to get that test done. If you have high blood pressure, you have to do certain things, and so on and so forth. For me, I had to go to pulmonary, which is like a lung test. I had to do a psych eval, nutritional visits, and there's like one more thing. Oh, I had to go do an EEG and EKG, heart, like ultrasound of your heart and things like that, and the stress test. Now, while I'm doing all this stuff, I ended up having like a mental breakdown, basically. I got diagnosed with PNES, which is psychogenic non-epileptic seizures, which is caused from extreme stress or traumatic experiences, so on and so forth. I ended up being in the ICU for 3 days, and I was sent to, well, I wasn't sent, I was referred to a place that's like almost a psych ward in a way. I'll link my story down below if you guys want to check that out. It's on DT Fam. I should put it over here, but if you guys want to check that out and whatever, you can. So I was having seizures and stuff like that. So when they found out that I was like in the process of doing this weight loss surgery, they were like, we're gonna push back your surgery a couple months until your seizures are under control. So that is why it took me almost a year and a half. I failed the psych eval only because I was having these seizures, and I had like really bad anxiety from being in the ICU for 3 days and all that stuff. Like seizures, I've never had seizures before, so the going to the stores and having a seizure and stuff like that caused anxiety. So then I did all my tests and stuff like that. One of the tests, my heart test, EKG, came back that I had like my valve doesn't close or something like that. My heart valve is, I don't know, something was off with that, but it didn't matter. They passed me anyways, and everything else was good. I'm pretty much healthy. I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have diabetes, I don't have any of that stuff. Everything's good except for that thing that they found that I was just like, oh, it hasn't bothered me yet. I didn't even know it existed, so you know, I'm good. I went to, okay, now this process took a really long time. I don't want you guys to think this is like a hop, skip, and a jump type thing. Where I went is Hartford Healthcare. They're based out of Farmington, and it's Dr. Hanush. I don't want you to think it's a hop, skip, and a jump, because I called these people like 3,000 times like, yo, what's my next step? What do I need to do? Oh, and I also had to do 2 classes. The classes, basically you go to support, they're support groups, I should say. The support groups, basically you go, you talk to people who have done it and people who are in the process of doing it, and you guys kind of just bounce ideas off of each other, what they do to meal prep, the apps they use. Then you could just kind of have like friends. You just meet people who are going through the same thing as you. Yeah, it took me a while to like get a hold of basically who I need to get a hold of. She was like my, I don't even know what you call her. I'm just gonna call her my coordinator. Took me months. I would call her, she'd call me back, I missed a call, I'd call her again, and I wouldn't hear back from her for 2 months. So I completed all my stuff that I needed to complete. I was cleared by the nutritionalist because I had lost, actually I had to gain a little bit of weight, so my BMI was like a little bit higher. When I started I weighed 234. Now I weigh 257. Well, before I weighed 257. So, and then I lost a little bit of weight in between there. Which is crazy to think that I had to gain weight just to get the surgery. But I did it. Your girl did it. And I didn't even try. Oh, so I finally get in touch with the lady, and she tells me to come in for my appointment to meet with the nurse. Usually when you meet with the nurse, you also see the doctor. That didn't happen for me. I met with the nurse. The nurse literally said, have you been doing this, this, this? Have you been working out? I said, yes. I thought I was gonna get my date. I didn't. So then my coordinator calls me maybe 2 weeks later, and she was like, you need to come in with the doctor, and then your insurance needs to approve it. That didn't take forever, but it was like a lot, because my coordinator was not sending in the information to my insurance. So calling up my insurance, I'm like, hey, did you get the information? Did you guys approve it? Did you not? Because one, I need to know, I have 2 kids, and my husband needs to take off work. I need to know if I was getting the surgery or not, and we need to start preparing for it. They're like, oh, we're gonna approve it, but we didn't get any of the information yet. So I would call the other place, and like I said, it's really hard to get in contact with them. So I had to call, and then eventually my husband said, F this, and he went up there. And he asked them to like send in the stuff. They sent it in, and then it was supposed to be like 3 weeks. I was supposed to wait for my insurance to approve it, but it was actually 2 days. My insurance approved it, and I saw my doctor again. And when I saw my doctor, he was like, would you be able to do the surgery on Monday, because we have an opening? And I was like, Monday? In like 5 days? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Not even thinking like my daughter starts school on Wednesday, or like that means I have to buy all this stuff and prepare for it, and we have a budget and everything like that, whatever. I was just like, yeah, I was super excited. So now I'm in the process of doing my pre-liquid diet, and all I can have is liquids, like straight liquids, nothing else, because my surgery is so soon. I'm not allowed to have any of that extra like cottage cheese or things like that. I think I might be having like 800 calories a day, if not less. Yeah, which sucks. But I'm on day 3 and I'm starting to like not even care about food or anything like that. I'm just chilling. What I'm gonna be doing with the series is when I go in to have surgery, I'm gonna bring the camera with me and I'm gonna have my husband record everything that's going on. And hopefully I want my doctor to like take a picture of my stomach and like pose with it or something so I can see it. And yeah, I want you guys to like come along with me through this journey. If you guys are interested in doing it, I want to be able to help you guys with questions and answers and things like that. Like I said, if you want to know what I'm eating and all that good stuff, my weight, etc., check out the other videos that I just did. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.